Hey everyone. Today let's dive into one of the most profound statements in the Bible. I and the Father are one. That's from John 10:30, and it's a powerful declaration of unity between Jesus and God. So, what's the context here? Jesus is talking about being the good shepherd, the one who knows his sheep, calls them by name, and holds them so securely that no one can snatch them away. Just before this verse, Jesus says, "My Father who has given them to me is greater than all. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand." And then he drops the bombshell. I and the Father are one. Now let's unpack that a bit. The Greek word for one here is hen. It's in the neuter form, which signals unity not of personhood but of essence, will, and action to child. It means Jesus and God are perfectly aligned in purpose, especially in their care for the faithful. When Jesus said this, the crowd's reaction was intense, and they picked up stones to kill him because they saw it as blasphemy, claiming to be equal with God. But Jesus wasn't just making a bold statement, he was offering an invitation to trust. Jesus does nothing apart from God. So in him, we encounter God not as a distant force, but as a personal presence, one who leads, searches, knows, and guards us. This oneness is not a closed circle. Later in John's Gospel, Jesus prays that they may all be one, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you. And it's an open call for us to enter into that same unity. So who is Jesus in this divine union? Through a panentheistic lens, God isn't separate from the world. Everything, nature, people, the universe, lives in God. Jesus is the unique person where divine reality fully permeates human nature. He's not just a prophet speaking about God, he's God speaking from within humanity. Jesus is fully human, yet his humanity is infused with the fullness of God. He shows us what it means to be perfectly aligned with God's will, a living revelation. We too bear God's image, but in Jesus there's no resistance or rebellion, only perfect unity. This doesn't separate us from God's presence. Jesus is the first to fully realize what lies within all of us as potential and calling. As Paul puts it, he is the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. Jesus says, "In me you see the truth of God and the truth of humanity, and you are invited into that oneness." From a panentheistic perspective, Jesus isn't an exception that excludes us. He's the culmination that includes us, the bridge, the direction, the center, the Alpha and the Omega. In him we see what God desires to be in each of us when all shadows are gone. Verses like Colossians, January 16th, 17 capture this beautifully. "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. All things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." This vision of the cosmic Christ reveals that all reality exists within God, with Christ as the personal center of this unity. So when Jesus says, "I and the Father are one," he isn't just stating a fact. He's inviting us into a profound unity with God through him. It's a call to trust, to align our lives with divine purpose, and to enter into the oneness that Jesus shares with the Father. Amen.